This is Evelyn, and today we will be using Evergreen Foliage from Evelin Design's first release, and we'll be creating some cards using this stem set, and I hope you enjoy crafting with me. So today I'll be using the Evergreen Foliage stem set from Evelin Designs. This is from our first release, and I'll be creating this card using watercolor, salt, and embossing powder. I hope you enjoy watching me create this card and sharing some tips and techniques with you along the way. So first of all, I prepared a piece of watercolor paper. I'll be cutting this down to size later, so I'm just going to tape them to this board here that I use for watercoloring. Taping the watercolor paper down before you watercolor it will be able to prevent warping. So I'm just going to tape them down. This is just some artist tape that I got from Bleak at material store. So what I'm going to do now is to apply water generously to my watercolor paper. I'm just going to wet it. And now I'll be creating the rainbow colors. Gonna wet my brush. So there you go. I just created a rainbow background, and now I'm going to use some salt. Just sprinkle it wherever you like while the watercolor is still wet. I think that's about how much I want, and then I'm just going to leave it to dry a little bit more. So I cheated a little bit. I used the heat embossing tool to dry up the watercolor a little bit faster, but what I realized is that if you use this salt technique, I think that it is prettier if you do not use the hairdryer or a heat embossing tool and just let it dry on its own, because I feel that the effect that it has is a lot prettier if you let it dry on its own, which is this one that I allowed it to dry on its own, and this one I actually used the heat embossing tool. Now I'm going to take off the artist tape, or you can use washi tape, but washi tape might not work as well if you're using watercolors, because this one actually prevents the water from going out of the area. And now I'm just going to go and cut the paper down to size. Now that I have trimmed the paper down to size, I usually eyeball the size, and I want to add some stitching outside for this card, so I actually cut it down a little bit smaller. And I have chosen this this illustration, this one, and this one, and we're going to use "Have a Beautiful Day" as the sentiment. So now I'm just going to use this. I bought this for so long I can't remember what's it called. If you remember what's it called, can you please add it down to the comment below? I think it's to remove the static, so that the embossing powder doesn't stick anywhere else it's not supposed to stick. And so now we will get embossing. with the heat embossing. And as you can see, I randomly place the foliage anywhere I like on the card. And now I'm going to create a banner, which is going to be a little bit different from the one that I previously created. So I'm going to use my pencil. Changed my mind. I didn't really like the banner that I created. I'm just going to make a simple banner. Now I'm going to use my Kokuyo dot liner to adhere this piece onto my cardstock. And then I'm just going to pop this up with some foam adhesive right over here. And now for this card, I want to create some faux stitching along the edges of the watercolor card. And this is a completed card after I drew in the faux stitching. And this is the card I previously made. Thank you for joining me and watching me create a card using the Evergreen Foliage stem set. You can get this stem set from our store. I'll link it up in the description below. And these are the cards that I made using watercolor, salt, and embossing powder. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you next time. Bye!